So I'm probably going to delete the game. And I want to quickly go through this because I don't want it to be too long of a video. But basically, the reasons I have for quitting the game is the lack of, fun within the new game modes they add. Team Defender I find boring because of the way it promotes camping, and etc. It'd be cool if they added a new game mode like Run or Die. It could be different things. It could be the game constantly makes you move, so you can't stop moving, and if you do stop moving, by like running into a corner, you die. Or like you run into an object and you're not moving. Or it could be, I think the first one would be better, but it could be you just have to move. If you don't move, if you stop moving for 2 seconds, you die. Let's see. The maps they add, a lot of the maps are promoting camping, and the ones that don't have so many different aspects of where they could come and shoot you at from. It's crazy. Like Tallsick Backlot. Tallsick Backlot is the prime example. They could come from like 5 different directions at once. It's your job to try and predict which direction they're gonna come from, and if they don't come from that direction in a different direction, you die. Oh well. It doesn't become a case of skill, it becomes a case of who has the better ability at guessing and who's good at, I don't know, tricking the opponents. It's boring in my opinion. The players. There are 2 different types of players. Campers, which basically you don't need to know the problem with camping. You already get the idea of camping. So whenever I mention camping, that's basically a problem. But campers who camp with a sniper or an assault rifle, usually M4A1, and pushers who push with a shotgun, usually 725. Those 2 different types of players are boring. The shotgunners are insta-kill and it doesn't require accuracy, and the campers can easily kill anyone that pushes, because if you're watching the one area that they could come from, you're just going to have the upper hand and destroy them. The disparity between guns. The middle class, if the middle class gun is so much worse, or the high class gun is so much better than the middle class gun, it's a problem with the game. PP19 and P90 are the 2 middle class guns with SMGs. If you compare them to MP5, you can't even compare them. MP5 is just better with range, better fire rate, better damage, you can kill people faster with it, it's got better mobility, better ADS speed, better, etc. The lack of difference between guns. There's just like a way to combat the fact that the middle class gun sucks compared to the top class gun is by making each gun have a different purpose, which is what they kind of did when they originally started, but then they just branched away. For example, assault rifles. There are 2 different types of assault rifles that are focused on damage, Odin and Scar. But the Scar is better than the Odin because the Scar does, a little less damage, but it shoots faster. So why would you ever want to use the Odin when you can use the Scar, which is far superior? This makes Odin obsolete. Same thing with fast firing guns. M13, Kilo, M4A1. Why would you want to use the M13 a Kilo when the M4A1 is so much better? Range guns, FAL, AK-47. I could go on. There is just one gun that is better in each specific type instead of making individual different types of guns. So this means there's going to be just one-sided use of guns, and you're not going to see anything different. I'm forgetting the point. That doesn't matter. Melee. How bad melee is. Melee sucks in this game. They previously had no range, but they recently added in range, but even then the range they added in kind of sucks. And the biggest reason that the melee sucks is because of sound whoring. Everyone's sound whores. And you have to use dead silence, but even then you have a minute cooldown for dead silence. They should just make dead silence a perk. Boom, you solved it. There we go. Now people can sound whore, but if you make, perk 2 dead silence, then it'd mean they can't use both gun and ghost and dead silence, so they'd have to sacrifice one of them. There you go. Easy solution. This would mean melee would be buffed, and also it would become less sound whore focused of a game. In an attempt to become realistic, it becomes unrealistic. I can shoot through cargo containers in the container area, but I can't shoot through a measly little bit of metal that someone's camping. I have to shoot exactly them. Those are most of them. I mean, obviously, I've basically done everything. I mean, I've got Damascus, and I could go for Damascus on other guns, but it's kind of boring now that I already have Damascus. I could go for Obsidian, but that's basically just playing the game normally, which I'm not really into. I mean, I will admit, there are reasons I shouldn't delete the game. Like, I can play with you, which is pretty fun sometimes. Other times, you just get the most annoying enemies and teammates, so it gets annoying. It's a gun game, and I like to have one gun game installed just in case I want to shoot. I don't want to sound like a psychopath, but yeah. But, you know, at the same time, I could always download another game, and we can always play Dead by Daylight, which I probably, on average, have more fun in Dead by Daylight, believe it or not, than Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Unless I've played a lot of Dead by Daylight. Game's great, got a lot of problems, and the only reason I might stay and play the game more is if I, you know, play it on another account, or start getting into something like Search and Destroy. But, yeah. Those are basically the reasons. Good game. I've played too much of it.